All right, last topic we got. Nice switch over there. Top Solana NFT project DeGods overtakes Doodles and Azuki in pure dollar value floor price. This, I think seems to now be the creme de la creme on the Solana ecosystem. This is way higher than I should have checked before. What did OK Bears end up getting up to? Do we remember? Like, not even close to this, right?
I think it was 250.
Was it that high?
I think so.
Yeah, so
Something like that.
DeGods, we don't talk about Solana NFTs a lot, and I certainly have never owned one. I've never had a Phantom wallet. I've never owned a single Sol coin. But doing the morning show where we had a live audience and people always chatting, is like that was one thing that was constantly bombarded in our face was like, get ready for Sol Summer. Like, you guys don't pay attention to Sol enough and all of that. I'm like, summer's over, and like this is the only thing that I've seen come out of Sol that's been of relevance. I don't know, like they look good. Does this inspire you to start shopping Sol NFTs? Like, do we believe that it's going to get there?
I didn't know they turned Sol back on, if I'm honest. But what's it called? I don't strictly looking at the art here. It's hard because I don't follow this project at all, and I don't think if you were to like look at the art at most ETH projects, are they worth that value based off the art? I'd say hell no, like alone. But I'm curious on
Drip, scroll up one line again.
What makes these worth 15 grand?
I like individually I look at them and I'm like, oh, okay, like that doesn't look they look all right. But then like I'm looking at them side by side. Are you buying that?
No, this guy has like crinkle cut French fry hair. Like, you go to Del Taco, those are like
those are Del Taco fries. Kind of slept on fries, to be honest.
Fries are slept on?
No, Del Taco's fries are slept on.
Oh, I've never had them.
Yeah, just throwing out the real alpha.
The real alpha. Here's French fries again.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't follow Sol much at all.
Dirty, here's a good challenge for you. Go buy 100 Sol and turn it into like let's see what you could turn that into in.
I think I have 100
3
Sol.
months.
Let me look at that quick.
I'd be curious because I don't understand how these drops work. From what I understand, I understand ETH is like this kind of right now as well, where you kind of need a bot to be competitive. But I've heard with Sol, you absolutely need one. Like, you cannot mint something without a bot unless you are whitelist, which again can be said for a lot of ETH projects. But if you know what you're doing on ETH, there are ways around that. I don't think that there's a ton of ways around it for Sol. So I'm curious on getting my feet wet. I definitely am not going to buy 100 ETH, but if somebody gave me 100 ETH.
Yeah, he says that after he just heard Drip say, I think I have 100 ETH. And you're like,
I'd be happy. I'd be happy to turn that into 25 ETH in 3 months for sure. Or 25 Sol. But yeah, I don't know. Especially because it's OK Bears and DeGods are like the two projects.
I mean, the fact that these flipped Azuki and Doodles, that it makes me, I'm not gonna lie, obviously it's like that classic, like, a project at 0.04 versus a project at 4 ETH. Like, you're gonna like it a lot more because of the value. I mean, like, it definitely makes me interested in Sol NFTs, but I don't know enough / I don't care enough. But for these prices, I'm willing to roll the dice from time to time.
What is the value of that in ETH?
I think this is like $14,500.
Okay.
410 Sol.
Maybe Sol's Australian and just summer's just a couple months away.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got the wrong hemisphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. So 35 ETH. So yeah, 7,000.
Yeah, that's 14,600. Yeah, dude, that's nothing to laugh at. Like, these are looking a lot better.
I don't own any $15,000 NFTs right now, so
yeah, I don't. I mean, like, yeah, I'm definitely willing to play around in this market a little more now that I'm seeing this, and I assume more people are also thinking the same thing. However, I don't think most Sol drops are doing anywhere near this.
No, not at all. I
But with that said, the makers of DeGods do have another project coming.
yeah, and that was the next thing I was going to say. Why don't
Yeah.
you give us a rundown on Utes?
Yeah, it's called Utes. My rundown is all I know is that it's from the makers of DeGod and it's a soul project. That's literally all I know. And that I will say they are doing their whitelist collection a little differently, which I think is kind of cool. They're calling it the Utes Scholarship, and you go on, you connect your Phantom wallet or whatever you're using, and you apply. Basically, you have to tell them why you're worthy of being on the whitelist, which I'm not a huge fan of, but at the same time, like I get why they're doing it and how it builds the hype and the list a little more, because people that they are approving and they're definitely bragging about are pretty notable people. So it makes you want to get in on the project. But this is from the same team or the same creators. So I mean, we could potentially be looking at another DeGods situation. I mean, hey, if I can get on the list and it can become a third of what DeGods is in price, I will be very happy.
I just hate the like, tell me why, like lick my toes.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just such a, I thought we were past that. Just throw up a pre-mint and give everybody a chance, call it a day.
Are you talking about because of the scholarship?
Yeah, well, he's like, you have to like, how did you phrase it? You have to like show to them.
You have to tell them, like you have to like, so like once you
click on the apply button?
And I've already applied, so it's not going to do anything for us.
Oh,
because you have to connect your wallet and all that stuff, and you basically go. There's a bunch of prompts, and it's like, oh, like what are you interested in? And then they'll be like, oh, what are you doing in that? You know, it's just like a whole bunch of different things. So like, it's not as so much as like, do you have 50,000 followers, you'll get on the list or anything like that, or it's like, oh, are you someone of noteworthiness, like it's just kind of like,
did you say you host a podcast called Exit Liquidity?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me? I pulled every card I could. You should do the same. Fuck it, why not? Try it.
I totally would, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Again, if this gets to a third of what DeGods are at, I'm stoked. Like,
the sneak peek look cool.
Dude, I don't even know what to look. Oh, yeah.
On like the little,
yeah, it does actually look pretty cool.
That looks cool. I prefer that over a DeGod, if I'm honest.
100%.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Let me go to their Twitter.
I mean, I don't know what this is. Like, I don't know what a Ute is.
I don't either.
You don't know the
very
Utes, dude?
What am I missing? Explain. Tell me.
I don't know. I'm panicking.
I thought you had something there. Like,
no.
if it's based on that picture, I mean, it's very Bored Ape-esque, which a lot of Solana projects are, including OK Bears. But yeah, I mean, I guess you gotta try. I would buy and sign up for Solana stuff if I were able.
Only artwork they have. Huh.
I think.
Artwork looks fine. Artwork looks good enough to me. Like, again, I could care less about the art. I just want that price value. Like, that's what I'm in it for.
True.
You're not in it for the art?
I'm not in it for the art. I'm not in it for the community. I'm strictly in it to make money. I don't think anyone else is. I think that genuinely, with this whole PvP thing that's happening in NFTs, I think everyone's done pretending. I don't think we have to anymore.
100%.
I'm okay with it.
I need to stop buying NFTs that I like. I don't ever go for like rarity if I'm buying Flora. I just go for one that I like in case I'm stuck with it. I need to stop doing that, because then you like your NFT and you're like, whoa.
You can't get sentimental with it.
Yeah, you can't.
You got to remove those emotions.
Stop getting connected to NFTs. I did that with my Galactic Ape.
Yes.
I had like a top 100 or whatever, and I like held it forever because we like made like a meme out of it, and then I sold it for like an ETH, which sucked.
Yeah,
profit, but
I gotta say, one shout out to Galactic Apes, because like if there's one project that I wish could like have that rebound, and of course I didn't pick it for the 21 collection, but like sentimentally I would hope it is them. I've actually had the opportunity to get to know the guys that have kind of like taken it over.
West.
Yeah. Dilly and Kyle. I know Dots has like kind of taken it under Augmented, but these are two like community members that like stepped up, and they're just incredible guys that have just continued like shepherding that project along. But Galactic Apes itself, right? Like, what an incredible time in NFTs. What an incredible mint. Like, I remember like staying up till 2, 3 in the morning with Scott, like trying to mint these. I'd never been in a gas war before. I had no idea how I got my hands on 2 of them, mint or 4 of them. I think I minted. Like, no idea how that happened, and like I did, and that was like hook, line, and sinker. I'm like, I'm in on NFTs. They ran up to like a 3 ETH floor, almost at 3 ETH right after
Something like
reveal. And it was one of those like really magical kind of things of like once they revealed, they really took off too, right? Because they were just that good. Like the art was awesome on them.
They were great.
A lot
That
of
was
fun.
some of the most fun.
People loved Wes until they didn't, and you know, that's a whole different story that we don't need to get into. But yeah, just like a really almost innocent time in NFTs, right? Like this was a time before like when roadmap, when utility, when token, and just simpler times, you know.
It's a lot more
naive
fun.
times.
Dirty Milk's like I can see the gray hair starting to kick in, right? Like it's starting to thin out a little bit there, and
Yeah, dude, it's coming.
that's okay. I've already got mine. Don't you worry, man.